You as the only subject of conversation. Everybody's watching. Are the election campaign elections? Sharp comments, left, right, and center all the time. And therefore, the point being that everyone wants to know even the littlest detail on politics, who's winning, who's losing. One big issue which emerged in the last 1 week was the early celebration of the anti-BJP group, which said, this time BJP can't come back to power. And if you ask them, why do you feel so? They say basically because there's been a 10% odd drop in voter turnout. I don't know where this 10% drop happened. They said, okay, not 10, at least there's a 7% drop. Begin by saying you should be sad if voters have not turned out. You should not be celebrating. But these Lutyens walas, they were celebrating. We are so happy people didn't turn up to vote. This proves that the BJP has not got a wave. There is no motive. There can be no 400 par, falana, tikana and all that kind of stuff. Now, last night I told you that my initial analysis from my research team was that the Election Commission data has bust this fake news factory about the fall in the voter turnout, boomeranging on the BJP. Now, a day after the EC released the data on turnout, the entire ecosystem has descended to say now, we don't believe the data. First they said, we are so happy people didn't turn out to vote. Now they are saying when they know that people have turned out to vote, they said we can't believe that people have turned out to vote. Mamata Banerjee says she is alarmed at the spike. Armchair so-called psephologists say they are flabbergasted. How come people of India have turned out to vote? In some totality, the entire ecosystem that doubted the EVM is now doubting the turnout data. It's all to a plan, ladies and gentlemen, all to a plan. A plan, in my view, to try and somehow rationalize, justify and explain the imminent. My takeaways from the crunching of the data are sixfold. One, there is no dramatic fall of the voter turnout. Given the trend in the first two phases, it is within 2% of the 2019 number. Point number two, that even if you compare phase 1 in 2019 to phase 1 in 2024, the difference is just about 3%. Where is the sharp decline? If you compare phase 2 of 2019 with 2024, it's less than 2.5%. So the trend is broadly, at a national level, a status quo. No big flutter. Third, the woman voter is coming out in large numbers. In multiple states, the woman voter factor outdoes male voters, which is telling you an important trend of what the electorate is looking at. Four, the pockets of Wayanad crash. Thiruvananthapuram particularly has seen a sharp plummeting of the turnout. My view is this should concern the Congress. Amethi is yet to be announced, and my feeling is that Rahul Gandhi would feel more than queasy about the turnout in Wayanad crashing like. 5, ladies and gentlemen, my overall takeaway is that the opposition, assisted ably by their fake news YouTuber ecosystem, will try and peddle through everything to justify an eventuality that they are sensing. Viewers, there is only one moral of the story. Don't waste our time on the Soros media and the YouTuber media. Watch solid media like Republic and go out and vote.
The Election Commission's data on final voter turnout has left the lobby red-faced. Even though the data debunks the fake low voter turnout narrative of the lobby, the Congress once again questioned the delay over releasing data.
For me, the delay is unusual. The delay of 11 days was unusual for first phase. Delay of 4 days in the second phase is unusual. Normally, it's done almost immediately. We had made two demands. Demand one was the voter turnout figures, detailed voter turnout figures, and second, the number of registered voters in each constituency.
But the key findings from the EC data highlight not only a substantial voter turnout, it also underscores key patterns of low voter turnout in Indie-ruled states. In Rahul's Wayanad, voting has significantly dropped by 7%. In Thiruvananthapuram, voter turnout has reduced by more than 7%. In Coimbatore, which is the seat of K. Annamalai, has recorded a growing surge. In fact, in Maharashtra, the Shinde-Fadnavis government fared well than that under Uddhav's regime. Even in Rajasthan's Jaipur, there is a massive surge than compared to the Gehlot regime. Then why is opposition jumping the gun? Let's debate.
Okay. Sad faces, sad faces. Why every night I'm telling you they are sad. They can't believe, Shazia, that people have turned out to vote. Oh my God.
Commission
So
settings and
unhappy.
Arnab. Why were they holding high-level meetings on a low voter turnout? Fact is that the Election Commission is trying to fudge the elections right now, and this is very clear. You cannot have the provisional numbers and the real numbers released with a delay of 10 days.
Oh, I give up.
6%.
What will happen? I mean, the whole world
Please
will
do
come to
give
an end.
up,
These
Arnab.
Congis
Please do give up on buying into the narrative of the government, and please do ask questions of the Election Commission. Why are they so silent on Narendra Modi's hate speech? Why have they released the data on the
Shant
voter
ho jao,
turnout
come
10 days
Okay,
after
my
the
friend,
first vote?
buying into the narrative of government. Do you know what Supreme Court said? In the last
do tell
of
me.
various disputes and tussles over the Election Commission and EVMs. I mean,
कि अभी
what
हम
is,
कुछ
you
करेंगे
have to
तो
grow
अब
up
करने
sooner
का
or
टाइम नहीं
later.
बचा है.
It's
That is
high
what the
time you
Supreme
grow
Court
up.
said, Shazia.
No.
Shazia, what the Supreme Court said is
what
that we
is
don't
this?
have time
No,
to act
please
right
grow
now.
up, man.
The Supreme
Spell
Court
the
said that
coffee.
we don't have the
You
time
have
to
to
act
do
right
better
now
than
because the
this.
Modi
You
government
cannot
did
do this
everything
ad
overnight.
nauseum.
Okay, now, serious
You look
debate.
like
You
sore
appointed
losers.
very favorable officers
Two
as
versus
election
three,
commissioners
ladies and
without
gentlemen.
any discourse, without any debate, without any stage for dissent in a
Okay.
panel where you had the absolute majority.
Okay,
Who are the
listen to
officers
me.
who've been
Okay,
recently
listen to
appointed
me.
the election commissioners? Why did Arun Goel resign from the election commission
all the time.
in such,
You're like a petulant
in such
child.
dubious
You're not
circumstances?
able to clear your papers.
Oh, if you feel all the voters of the country, all the citizens of the country raising questions of your government is a petulant child, that is your problem.
Somebody called.
It is just boring. It is
Somebody
just,
called.
Wasn't the Prime Minister whining? Wasn't
You
the Prime
keep
Minister
whining,
whining when he
man.
was saying vote
Okay, look at these guys. Look at them. Look at how
He went
stupid
from
they now
Modi
sound in
Sarkar to
retrospect.
Sarkar. 4
One minute,
साल
one
से
minute.
200 पार पे
any
example.
Example
judgment
one.
of the Supreme
Okay,
Court,
okay.
we've taken it.
No. What I'm
Defeats
enjoying
and
tonight.
victories, we've taken it.
What
We've
I'm
never
enjoying-
questioned the Supreme Court.
What I'm enjoying
we've never
tonight-
questioned the Election Commission. We've
What-
You can
never
get everything
questioned
from
the
the Supreme
RV.
Court.
What
and the
I'm
election commission.
enjoying
That's not going
tonight-
to change how things are.
What I'm enjoying tonight are how stupid these people now sound. Last 1 week, Rajat, we have done some deep analysis. We analyzed it. We knew there was no enthu this time, the voter turnout. We've gone dissection by dissection. We've broken the whole country. We've done caste, subcaste, this, that analysis. And we have concluded the reasons which we knew for the low voter turnout. For example, somebody called Sanjay Kecha, never heard of him, writes in The Wire that the low voter turnout is being analyzed as tangible evidence of the absence of any wave and a deepening voter fatigue because there is no pull factor. They wrote all this. How stupid they must sound now.
No,
Why
there
take
is-
this off?
There is something.
People will think they're very stupid now, this kind of articles. Yeah. Anyway, Rajat.
Arnab, there is something which is said, just a common joke among statisticians, that if you bend and beat up data, it will speak up anything that you want. So, most of the India Alliance and their minions around, they've been beating the data so that data only comes out and says something so that they can have some kind of a plank to go to and speak to the voters that see 4%, 3% lower percentage means Modi is out. I don't know where they draw their fake confidence from, but Arnab, one thing that they don't understand is that wave, no wave, organizational might of any party matters the most. It is on the D-Day when the voting happens. That's when you have to rely upon your deep, penetrated organizational might to be able to get the voters to the polling booth. This is the basic of psephology. This is the basic of campaign management, which most of the India Alliance people don't know because they just don't have that organizational might.
Now,
if at all 2 or 3% polling has gone down,
why
it is
did they
because there
analyze
is
like
just
that?
no
Put it
interest
down.
to come out
Put it
and
down.
beat Modi.
No,
It's a fake
but you know,
account.
are they charioteers, pallbearers, chamchas of the Congress that they have to do this? You know, analyze. If anybody asks me what's going on, I say I don't
Is
know,
election
man.
commission
If
also a
anybody
chamcha
asks
of the
me,
Congress?
if anybody asks me what's going on, I say I don't know. And there's no harm in saying I don't know, man. I mean, you try to be intelligent when you're not. You talk about conventional wisdom when you don't have any. Somebody called Shikha Mukherjee writes in the Deccan Chronicle, look at the language. After the second phase of the mega 7-phase election and vote cast in 190 constituencies, my analysis shows that the drop in turnout clearly indicates that there is deep voter disenchantment. This is very bad news for the ruling party according to conventional wisdom.
This is garbage in, garbage out.
Why write like this, Anmol? Print in association with Yogendra Yadav, oh my God. Yogendra Yadav, he does psephology anymore?
Answer to the fact, why did the Election Commission delay the final voter turnout data by 10 days? How can the provisional data and the final data have a mismatch of 6%?
Say sorry that you analyzed it wrong, misleading people. Okay, tell me Anmol, tell me Anmol.
Dip in voter turnout. Why was the Prime Minister concerned about it? Why was the BJP concerned about it?
There is no slump in vote, yaar. People are happy. People are going out to vote in 43, 44 degrees heat. They are excited about something. No, they are not like you.
What are they excited about?
What do you know? They are not excited about you for sure.
Reports have you been seeing?
They are not excited about you.
No, so are you saying the Election Commission's provisional data was wrong and false? Are you saying
know the meaning of the word provisional?
No purpose?
Do you know the meaning of the word provisional? Do you understand that much English?
I know the meaning of the word provisional, but you can't go from 61 to 66%.
He's the only man in the world who will not believe finally.
You know, this person doesn't know basics of how this election was done this time. There were these old voters also. There is a different methodology to go to every household and collect votes. There is a whole different regime that was put in place only this time.
Their desire that the ecosystem has, and this is exactly what plays out. People call themselves journalists, but they're actually propagandists.
How did you win in Chandigarh?
They just hate Modi. They want to believe this. It doesn't happen. So if they just keep getting it wrong every time, that's what I'm saying. They need to just grow up and realize this
How
is
did you win in Chandigarh mayor elections?
Reality check.
Were you growing up in Chandigarh mayor elections?
It's not happening
Was your fascism growing in Chandigarh mayor elections?
That is the will of the people.
How did you win in Chandigarh mayor elections?
Not your desire come true.
Shazia, how did you win in Chandigarh mayor elections?
The attempt here, I'll tell you what the problem is. No. First of all, Nikhil, listen. Berlin-based YouTubers don't understand India. That Berlin-based YouTuber has effectively fled India, but he makes his money by abusing India. And he's the chief campaigner for the Congress Party and the AAP. He's the chief campaigner for the Congress Party and the AAP. Now listen to me.
Party can be anybody's campaigner or not, but Prime Minister Modi was
giving the facts. I believe in the Election Commission. What do you know about the Election Commission?
2,800 women. But this Modi government's
Nikhil, now you're getting boring. Anmol, I bring you into the debate. Anmol.
Nikhil was always boring.
Anmol.
All right. If there's sexual assault and rape of 2,800 women in the country, it can be boring to you,
Anmol, this analysis...
I can't do anything about it. If you have the audacity to smile about it, you have the audacity to smile about the Manipur issue as well.
The seat-wise trend, volume down. The seat-wise trend, Wayanad has gone from 80.5%, 80.5% to 73.5%, which means there is some anger there. If people have not turned out to vote, it is not all India. Leading the fall is Wayanad. It is a collapse of the vote in Wayanad. Collapse of the vote in Wayanad. That also where Hindus are in a minority. Hindus are less than 50%. Rahul Gandhi it's his only hope now, Wayanad. Anmol, Rahul Gandhi is your leader. You must explain why this has happened.
No, but...
You must explain. Shashi Tharoor is your leader. Shashi Tharoor turnout has also gone down by almost 7%. Anmol?
Arnab,
You seem pretty flabbergasted tonight.
We as a democratic country must keep in mind that a healthy and robust voter turnout is not just desirable, but it is essential because it reflects the participation of citizens in shaping the direction of their nation's governance. But at the same time, it is very surprising that the Election Commission of India took more than 10 days to reveal the voting figures. And this concealment of figures for such a long time, it is raising very serious questions on the integrity of elections. Arnab,
so you've already started making excuses.
Arnab, the Election Commission published...
So you're basically saying as AAP spokesperson, you don't believe in this election. Why are you fighting the election?
we have not said that.
No, so
on
I
April
was very
26, on April 26, 2024, after conclusion of phase 2, the Election Commission published the data which said that 60.96% votes have been polled till 7 p.m. Now, this recent data which has been published by the Election Commission, it says that the voting percent is 66.71%. So there's a deviation of more than 5%. And we must keep in mind that a deviation of even 0.5% can change the course of whole election. So this is what is unusual and worrying. And as far as you said about lower vote turnout, if we assume that the data of the Election Commission is...
Anmol,
even
Anmol,
if we assume...
Anmol, I was very curious. Anmol, I was very curious as to Anmol would wear the Punjab cap today or he will wear the Delhi cap, because in Punjab, obviously, Shashi Tharoor would not be your leader. You would be saying things against him. And of course, Delhi, he would be your leader. So there is a confusion there. But good, you chose to wear the Delhi cap and decided to defend the Congress party. Anmol, I would like to ask you, do you know how voting is done? Do you know how counting is done? Do you know the polling agents, voting agents? There is a Form 20. Do you know how ballot boxes are sealed? Every agent is there from every party. So we know exactly how many ballot boxes and how many votes are in there. Everybody checks it, it's sealed. To say that Election Commission could do some mischief because immediately they did not come with this figure and the absolute numbers, that is what is being insinuated, is just hogwash. You know very well that you all came to power in Punjab, in Delhi, huge numbers, thanks to the same electoral machinery and system. So stop casting aspersions all the time.
A point being...
That's one
thing.
At this point, may I intervene? May I intervene between both of you? May I intervene? Shazia and Anmol, can I intervene?
Nikhil's defense Congress party.
No, can I intervene with a very specific point? No, I'm not responding to Nikhil's point. No, Shazia, I'm not responding to Nikhil.
The pervert Prasanna.
I'm not responding to Nikhil. My point is about how
Prajwal, he's compared him to Bhagwan, to Lord Ram.
Yeah, but I'll come to that later. 1 minute. I'll come to that later.
This has just happened.
No. My point being...
Shazia ji,
my point being, Anmol, 1 minute. Anmol, I'm on a serious point. Viewers, see, whatever your views may be, you probably think Arnab is a right-leaning person. I am a right-leaning person. All my life, I have been a right-leaning person. At least I don't make a sham of it. You'll say somebody is left-leaning, you have a right to be left-leaning, you have a right to be even an anarchist. But the question is that you can't put a seed of doubt in people's minds all the time. Then there will be an Arnab Goswami who will come and start asking detailed questions. I'm not like the demo shammers on other channels who don't know what they are talking about. Now, question is, Abbas, what am I questioning, you'll say? People are saying, why is the number of electorate and the votes that have been polled in each constituency and the segments of the constituency not being made public? This is a question, okay? At this stage. This is the question. Abbas, the information which is there, if you read the Election Commission press conference, press release, it is said, PC and AC wise data is updated regularly on the voter turnout app and is updated in the IT system by returning officers through Form 17C. Copy of Form 17C are also provided for every polling station in a constituency to all candidates through their polling agents. Actual data of Form 17C shall prevail, which is already shared with the candidates. Simple English is, the data that you are saying Election Commission is not revealing, Anmol, such bolo kabhi kabhi. You are saying Election Commission is hiding thing, we don't know, big mystery, Agatha Christie, chupam chupi, what's going on, we don't know what the hell is going on, we are all scared, democracy in danger. And then you go for a lunch at Constitution Club. I'm saying to you, you are talking rubbish. This information is available with every candidate. And is available with every candidate's agent. The candidate has access to the information. No. You want to stop people from voting. That's why I say don't trust EVM, EVM, Supreme Court, rubbish EVM. You don't want people to vote to bol do. Don't vote.
Arnab,
Why?
Arnab.
No, why did you lie about Form 17C information not being available? The nation wants to know. Why did you lie about Form 17C information not being available, with the polling candidates and the
election? So the non-disclosure of the data,
Arnab,
you're talking about that
I
the
really have to
candidates
comment
may
on
have data. So it is about compilation. The election commission has dedicated teams. It has got dedicated departments to do this. And the data has always been published on the website of the election commission. Why? What is the basis? Why they want to hide
problem,
this
Arnab,
data?
is
It is not about
that
any
most
particular
of the
party,
people
but it is
sitting on the
about the
opposition
credibility of
bench
the election
are
commission of
Nausikias.
India.
They have
The
never
top
contested
officials
election
should come
only.
forward and
The
they should
entire
declare
bench
the
strength
data.
is
Sir,
full of
please,
people
I
who
didn't
are
agree with you.
inexperienced.
Just wait a
With
minute.
these people, I can challenge. None of these people have actually
we have the right
contested
to
or
know number
know the
of
election
votes polls,
process.
Rajat, just coming to you. Sorry, making you wait.
I have contested elections.
Rajat, I'm sorry, I'm making you wait. Abbas, look at me. Focus.
I have contested elections.
No, Shazia, I know.
Nobody can. So, you know, the insinuation is that some new ballot boxes have been added with Kamal. I mean, where are you living?
Even
you
when the
people?
elections were conducted with Lalten, that within 24 hours,
don't insult yourself and insult the intelligence of others. My dear friend, stop it. Give it up. Say you're scared. Concede right now. Isn't it much better that you concede right now instead of making all kinds of stories? I mean, you know, whose credibility is in crisis? Your own credibility. Not election commission, not Supreme Court, nothing to do with democracy or the rule of law, but your own credibility. That is at stake because you keep on jabbering and making up stories and hallucinating.
You should boost the confidence of voter, and in doing that, this is a very normal process which used to be followed by the Election Commission of India. Why are they not following these set procedures, which normally they used to follow earlier?
Which
so this raises some questions.
Abbas, can you be brief? 1 minute. Abbas, one minute. Abbas, I am calling out your bluff. I am calling out your bluff. Would you please be honest for the first time in your life and say, Arnab, you have caught us red-handed. The information we are saying is not with us, is with us and with every agent of every candidate of our alliance. And it is provided by the Election Commission and updated by the Election Commission. So we are lying. You have the information, but then you are saying things are not transparent. I go to your house. 1 minute. Listen to me. Listen to me. I go to your house. I go to your house. 1 minute. I go to your house with a gift in my hand. I press your bell. You open the door, I give it in your hand, you smile at me, you say thank you, you close the door. Then you call your neighbor and you say you...
The allegation is that more votes would be added to the BJP tally. Now, no.
Votes cannot be added.
Just look at the case of Maharashtra. What has happened in Maharashtra?
How many votes have
there used to be difference of 3 to 5%. There is around 8%.
After the voting is done, the polling is done, the ballot boxes are sealed.
I often think.
And the list is shared. The agents from all the parties who are present there. My dear friend, go to a booth, find out.
Why are your strong rooms malfunctioning? Why are your strong room cameras malfunctioning?
Please do not
There have been
insult
2
yourself.
reports already. There have been 2
cameras
not working.
You don't have respect for the voter. You have no respect for the election machinery. You have respect for yourself. That is the question.
Election Commission.
Respect yourself, my friend.
Here's one question. Anmol, Nikhil, 1 minute. Nikhil, Anmol.
Partisan body. They do not have the courage to name the Prime Minister when he engages in naked hate speech.
In Rahul Gandhi's constituency, voter turnout went down by 7 or 8%. But the voter turnout went up in Annamalai's constituency of Coimbatore. So if Annamalai is more successful in getting a response or has run a very interesting campaign, and Rahul Gandhi's campaign as a sitting MP has been a flop show, why blame the Election Commission for it?
Arnab, can I respond to Shazia?
No, but answer my question. The Coimbatore versus Wayanad example requires a response from you. So don't go with set responses. Please tell me, why are Rahul Gandhi's numbers down and Annamalai's numbers up?
Because Arnab, a high voter turnout is a sign of anti-incumbency.
But
because it
But you
indicates
just said
it
one,
indicates-
Rajat. Last week you said low voter turnout is a sign of anti-incumbency. Everyone on.
Please allow me to
Every few
complete.
days you
Please allow
change
me
your
to
line.
complete.
Arnab, no,
Ask
I
him-
cannot allow
ask him-
monologue
ask
from
him to
Aam Aadmi
keep
Party.
quiet.
This has no
Please ask him to
statistical
keep
underpinning.
quiet
This has no
or seek
psychological
a
underpinning.
response from
Arnab.
him.
This fact needs to be
Let
called
me
out.
know when
They
I've
know
listened,
as if every kind of a data has an explanation which
Was
only
this
Aam Aadmi
question
Party
for
knows.
me?
Now let me clarify.
Arnab, was this
I have
question
been
for
getting very
me?
quietly. The problem is in
Arnab,
certain
was this
seats in
question for
certain
me
areas,
or
Yeah, it
has
was, but
become
he's
a
taken over. Just wait a bit.
Arnab,
It
was
has
I-
become
was
a
I
Yeah,
state
I'll come back to
respond to your
you. I'm just
question
coming
or
back to you. Let
People are
Rajat
not
step
coming
in.
out as enthusiastically for the opposition benches. You're not even putting up a solid fight. Why don't you understand some basic logic? You don't have the organizational bench strength to be able to pull voters out in every booth. This is the reason. These are two simple reasons. Whenever there is a tight fight, you will see corresponding vote shares in those seats going up majorly. The simple thing is that wherever you are not putting up a fight, the voting percentage is lower. It is as simple explanation as it can get. What is
Anmol.
something that you're not
Anmol
understanding?
now. Anmol's turn. Anmol and Shazia. Anmol.
And that logic,
Arnab,
India Alliance is winning.
Anmol.
There is no tight fight. India
Anmol.
Alliance is
Shazia
winning with
ji.
a
Anmol.
majority.
Only Anmol.
Shazia ji was explaining the voting process. Shazia ji, I have a very simple question for you. That why were the EVMs introduced? Because so that they can be transparency and they can be quick response of the entire election process. Then why is it that even when the voting was conducted through ballot papers, the election commission used to publish the data within 24 hours? Then why is it there's a delay of more than 10 days? Now, this is what is a reason of concern for all the people.
I've
that there's a
already answered
deviation
that
of
question.
6%.
That you're talking about 2019 when the absolute numbers were out, and this time they were not. So you are insinuating that because they were given later, because the tabulation was done later and the compilation was not done later.
I
and
agree
so
that there
is
can
the
be some
reason
difference,
why you
but-
believe.
No,
and
you asked a question, she's
that
replying.
some new
You asked a
ballot
question,
boxes
she's
were
replying.
thrown in.
Please let her
So
reply.
This is the conclusion. This is the conclusion you can come up with. It just shows how you think. And that's I can only feel sad for you. An election commission has given the numbers. They gave the numbers. It was a general estimate. In fact, the Home Minister has spoken just now about it and made it very clear that nobody can do anything about it. You can reject. I am not speaking for election commission here. I am just talking as a normal person who knows something about the process. I have been a counting booth agent many times, even before my own election. So I know what happens. So if this is, you can ask election commission as to what was the delay in tabulation. But to come up with this reasoning and saying now BJP has thrown in and created new ballot boxes, all with, the lotus symbol stamped, that is a bit silly. You don't look very bright saying that. And least of all, you all. So, Anmol, don't do this to yourself. I'm telling you. You will be very unwell if you keep doing this. It's a height of paranoia. So, just accept things for what they are. Have faith. We have a brilliant system. We are very proud of our machinery. I mean, even when we lose, when BJP loses, and it does lose many times, Himachal Pradesh, do you remember how close it was? 0.6%. Did we say there was cheating? No. Supreme Court has gone against it so many times. You know, the recent one on electoral bonds. What did we say? What did we say? We accepted it.
He
yes,
said
this is how it is. So just get that and don't keep reinventing the wheel.
If you want to,
don't keep
you
doing
can
this
get
to
all the
yourselves,
data.
to the electorate.
Viewers, statewise, gender-wise turnout at polling stations from Darang to Diffu to Bangalore Central, you can go on the website and find out. What is the big deal?
Arnab, can I respond?
No. Why are you misleading people? Is it true or not that PC-wise, gender-wise voting turnout at all polling stations can be found? If you want to know, for example, that in Jhunjhunu in Rajasthan, what was the male-female voter turnout in terms of percentage, others, total? If you even want to know how many people from the third gender voted, what was their voter turnout, you can. But still you will come and say there is something we don't have. And the Form 17C is available with your candidates and their polling agents. See, your basic funda is...
Yes.
No, your basic funda is... No, your basic funda is... Confuse people.
Basic funda is...
Confuse people, sir.
Constitution खतरे में है, प्रजातंत्र खतरे में है, आरक्षण खतरे में है. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन खतरे में है।
आप सच बोल रहे हो शाजिया जी, आप पहली बार सच बोल रहे हो। कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन भी खतरे में है, डेमोक्रेसी भी खतरे में है, और रिजर्वेशन भी
पूरा
खतरे
हमारी
में है।
डेमोक्रेसी खतरे में है।
बड़ी अचंभे की बात है। चलो आपने आज सच तो बोला।
असलियत में खतरे में आप लोग हैं, आपका वजूद खतरे में है, आपका सियासी वजूद खतरे में है भाई साहब।
देखिए सियासी वजूद किसका खतरे में है ये तो जनता बता देगी आपको आने वाले समय में।
अरे मेरे भाई,
सियासी वजूद किसका खतरे में है ये तो जनता बता देगी आपको।
When you don't know the
But people are aware of the fact that this election commission is working as an extended wing of Bharatiya Janata
बैलेट
Party.
बॉक्सेस से बैलेट
only on the
बताएगी ना
complaints
जनता।
of
उसी
BJP.
बैलेट बॉक्सेस पर आप सवालिया निशान लगा रहे हैं।
They don't act on the complaints of
please believe in one
opposition
thing,
parties.
you sound so
This is the
schizophrenic.
reality
You sound
of the
schizophrenic.
so-called
With no
constitutional
offense to
body
the
of our
actual-
country.
Actual, patience.
Put it down, Nikhil.
Very shocking.
Just now
Put
you
it
said
down.
ballot boxes से जनता बताएगी।
Put it down, Nikhil.
Then you
I don't
won't
want to
trust the
see your
ballot
comedy
boxes.
show
What are you
performances.
saying?
Viewers, I'll tell you on the other side. 30 seconds second commercial break. खतरे में तो ये है इनकी पूरी जो प्लान है वोट जिहाद की, वो खतरे में है. The fight over vote jihad in 30 seconds when we are back.